and welcome to another episode 50 of Brian's Basement. My name's Brian, and this is my basement. We've been doing this now. This marks the whole year. Can you believe it? Week 50, we do three weeks off in between seasons, and then if you count starting with 0, the math all works out. Trust me, a whole year. And so tonight, I didn't really have any shenanigans planned, but I just thought that I'd just play some songs and would talk about Brian's Basement, and what this is all about. So if you're out there in the chat, say hi. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know what, if you can remember all the way back a year ago. Remember we had Stefan on the show. Friend of the show, Stefan, very first guest. If you were there, let me know. If not, let me know what your first Brian's Basement episode was. Or just, something you remember doing at the time. So I hope everybody's having a good week out there. As I've mentioned on the show in the past week or two, tomorrow, me and the band are going to be playing live at Darkness Brewing. It's outdoors, socially distanced, and masks are going to be prevalent. And so, we're going to be playing a little set, 8 to 10, down there in old Bellevue. So, if you can, come on out. And if you can't, because you just don't really feel like it, or you live across the country, then we'll try to live stream it for you. So you can watch it at home, just like you are right now. Okay. So let's get started. I picked some songs where I'm not going to play tomorrow. And I picked some songs that I thought were kind of related to doing Brian's Basement and the past year we've all had. And so this first one, and I picked one from every release that I've done. So we're going to, and we did this way back in episode 7. When we started doing Brian's Basement, the idea was that I would just interview my friends. And I figured that the lockdown would be over in a couple months. And that was not the case. And so I quickly ran out of friends to interview. And everyone on the show was great and awesome. And it was a great experience. So then we've been doing shenanigans ever since then. Various songwriting shenanigans. And but I really liked the interviews. That's what I initially wanted to do. And so I'm going to play a song about, this is a song about how something can just take you back to a place in time, whether you want to or not. This one is about, uses the weather for that, and that's also relevant now because it is the same time of year and same time and place as last year. So this is a song off the first thing I ever did. This is called Autumn Rain. Leaves falling down, gently floating till they reach the ground. And when It's comforting yet driving me insane. And in this autumn air I feel a tempest looming closer and closer now. Storm is surely on the way. Take a deep breath in and smell the sweet autumn rain. And I'm here, and all is fine. But surely this is not real life. It's surreal and sublime. The past is here again, but in present time. And I hold my sanity within my hands, when it's slipping through the cracks just like sand. Cast it out into the sea. Fly through amber skies, sailing on that autumn breeze. I can hear far away marching band at a football game. Close the door. I don't want to hear it anymore. Oh, look at all the nice people in the chat. What do I got? Yeah, Dad says happy 1 year. Thanks, Dad. Jen's popping in to the basement. Happy basement anniversary. Happy basement anniversary to you too, Jen. Dawn, watch for Dawn was there day one. Yeah, Donnie helped me out with all the streaming stuff early on. So I pretty much put this all together. I had the idea on like the Sunday night, and then Monday I put it together and tested it, and then Tuesday we did it. And initially I'd done a little bit with the streaming stuff, and Donnie kind of helped me out with that stuff. So I'm glad you're here, Donnie. Stefan, guest number 1, friend of the show number 1, VIP indeed. Stefan and Jake's here, Mom's here, all the regulars, everybody's here. Celebrate. Oh, and Kim says the basement has been the highlight of the pandemic for me, and we couldn't do it without Kim. That was another thing. I tried to do it. I had a plan to do it all by myself, and then Kim was like, "How about I help you?" I was like, "That's a really smart idea." So great. Alex says, "What is the future of the basement when this is all over?" You know, it's so funny you asked that because I was just talking to Kim about this. And I right before the show I texted Tom the Bomb about ideas. So I was gonna save it for the end of the season, but I'll tell you all later at the end of the show what the plans are. I'm really excited about it actually. So great! I'm so happy to see you all out there. I'm so happy that we found a way we found a way to have some kind of weird fun, and I know a lot of people that have been really creative with technology over this time, and I think that's so cool because we have so much power. So I'm so glad everyone's out there. Great. Well, we're gonna play a song off of House of Tropicals, and this was kind of my first thing I put together when I was trying. Even though I recorded it on tape player, I just thought the Mountain Goats were too cool. I still do. um, but anyway, this is a song. I think this is the middle song on there, and we're not playing it tomorrow. We probably should, but we're not going to play it. But I think that this is relevant for the COVID thing. One of the things that really bothered me early on was this kind of like, this how these companies were propping up their essential workers, and saying how much they cared about their essential workers, and then when it really came to like actually cutting in to the profits a little bit, that really just went out the window. And it was just an advertising campaign. But I hope that a lot of people realize that, the people that are out there, working in the grocery stores, or serving you drinks, or doing all this stuff, they are essential. All these people, they, yeah, I can't say that I am. I mean, I can't say that in my profession, in any of the things that I do, that I am. And so I thought that was a really good realization, and it was, and I'm hopeful that a lot of people saw through all the bullshit that the big companies did, and really do appreciate people that are helping you out. So with that in mind, this song is called House of Tropicals. Where did all the fishes go when the House of Tropicals closed its doors? Did they flush them down or throw them out, or are they strewn about the floor? Vines are creeping on the pavement. A mural is fading on the wall. A fire is whipping in the windows of the House of Tropical. Where do all the soldiers go when they finally get home from war? Oh, a quick parade and flags are waved, and they kick their ass in the corner, and they can put a price tag on a soldier. God bless the troops until the profits fall. A fire is ravaging the insides of the House of Tropical. Where do all the poor folk go when they can't afford the rent they now owe? Pick a 7 hill and then retreat, or just go and die in the streets. And I don't want the city living near me. Say closet racists flooding the town halls. A fire is finishing destruction of the House of Tropicals, of the House of Tropicals. All right. Well, I don't know about you all out there, but I'm a pretty simple person. There's there's a few things that just will really make my day, and it turns out that all the things that could really make my day, the small things, almost all of them come from gas stations. And this has been one of the things that I've been so bummed out about, is that during this past year, I can't just walk into the gas station and get a coffee or a beer, This was the year. This was the year when I was thinking I'm gonna start drinking more milkshakes because milkshakes are awesome and you don't drink them enough. And I was like, so I'm gonna get some gas station milkshakes. I mean, Twizzlers, come on, all that good stuff, and you can't get it because you can't go to gas stations. So that's been rough. Obviously, not a not a really important problem. A lot of people have had it much worse than me. But I just think it's interesting that as the world comes tumbling down, I really just miss a gas station coffee. I just want to put some of that like sugary crap in it that you get out of the pump. Man, I've stopped drinking, not stopped, but I've reduced drinking considerably since the pandemic. Not because I want to, but because I just can't plan ahead enough to order it from the party source and get it sent to me. So, wow. I don't know what that says, but anyway, we are going to play this song tomorrow, but I had to play it because of the gas stations things and because it touches on the nostalgia of the olden days, the better times, and the message in the end is it's going to be okay. We're going to get there. It'll be fine. Make some new nostalgia. Yeah, I'm glad Watch for Dawn's out there because this is about riding bikes around and throwing Timbits at each other. This is called Gas Station Wine. Thursday night is coming fast. I'm alone in my mind, thinking of them old days from another time, dreaming of the old life, the life I had to leave behind. And I'm dreaming about that gas station wine. Nothing else to do tonight, let's go to the riverside. Fresh scent of the falling rain, the darkness of the night. Oh, my lungs are filled with cold air, but I feel warm inside. 'Cause I've been drinking on that gas station wine, and I still see you standing in my room, looking at me the way that you used to. And I wonder if there'll ever be a time in our lives when we can feel alive again and happy all the time again. Now it's been about a couple of years, but it seems like yesterday. You said you were a drinker, but I showed you the way, and I brought you a bottle. You didn't know it at the time, but you were drinking on that gas station wine. And all this time I'm sitting in my room, wondering if everyone feels this way too. And I wonder if there'll ever be a time in our lives when we can feel alive again and happy all the time again. So throw your glasses in the air and raise them spirits high. Here's to the future, close nostalgic eyes. Tomorrow's gonna turn out, everything will work out fine, and we'll be drinking on that gas station wine. Yes, we'll be drinking on that gas station wine. I'm really looking forward to playing that with the band tomorrow. So that's going to be really fun. And I can't stress enough how important I think it is that if you are going to come, we got to be safe out there. We can do it. It's a Wednesday night. We can do it. So it should be fun. What's going on out here? Kristen says she misses the ices and the donuts. Yep, don't we all? Don't we all? Man, like there's this so I live next to the Party Source. Not next to it. Boy, that would be dangerous. I live close to the Party Source. And the Party Source is the world's largest liquor store. And it's great. You can get anything there except 40s, which is pretty bad. But you can get anything you want there pretty much. But there's also another liquor store like a block away. This is the neighborhood I live in. There's another liquor store like a block away, and it's called the One Stop. And the One Stop is right on the way to my friend Warren's house. And so it's great because you go there, you walk down there, and you pick up beer on the way, and you go to Warren's house, and then you drink it all, and you walk back home. What a great time, you know? So those things. The One Stop is more convenient. You can go in and out. They don't have as much, but you can go in and out, and that counts for something. Yeah, really. Where are the sponsorships going out here? Although Darkness did, they threw me some beer early on to sponsor the show, so that was cool. You know, I think that, I think this was an interesting year, and all this stuff I'm saying, you know, people think about and they know in their heads. I mean, I'm not saying anything revolutionary here. Borderline on trite, I would say. But one of the things that I've been thinking about is how it really showed how little we'll try for a common cause, if it means a little bit of inconvenience or a little bit of discomfort. And I don't want to get. I'm working on a I guess a blog post. I don't know. I'm working on something that's basically codifying the tenets of football philosophy. And one of the things in football philosophy is you have to embrace discomfort and inconvenience. It's part of it, and it's what makes you good. That it's not true all the time. Football philosophy is very wrong a lot of times. But in this case, it's something that I've been thinking about a lot. How, you know, man, I mean, you see it. You all know. What am I even telling you for? You all know. But anyway, I think that this year was important as a empathy building tool, or at least a baseline. Get a baseline. Where are we at? Where are we at as a society? Are we doing okay? I've seen great things. I've seen not great things. And you know, one of the very not great things, not only with the way that people treated other people in terms of their safety, but you know, also all the social justice issues that we saw. So this is a song about that. This is called Vicious Cycles. This is I think this is we've played everything on Dear Midterms in the past like 4 shows. This is the last one. In a dilapidated shotgun house, a woman holds a child in her hands. She said, son, you can be anything you want. You don't have to lead the life I've had. And she means it now, but in 10 years' time, the hardships start to pile high, and all the words evaporate to lies. Oh no, he never had a chance. He never had a chance. He never had a chance. Never had a chance. Now the courtroom steps are all abuzz, and the morgue is cold and quiet where he lay. And the thin disguise in the lawyer's eyes can't hide the shame as he lay justice in its grave. And ignorant people take the stance that if he'd had a belt and pulled up his pants, we could have avoided this unfortunate circumstance. Oh no, he never had a chance. He never had a chance. He never had a chance. Never had a chance. And these vicious cycles got me lost and turned around. and these downward spirals keep on plummeting down. These slippery slopes don't seem to level out, digging ourselves holes 6 feet underground. In a corner office on Capitol Hill, a congressman settles into a worn-out chair, and his greedy mind's filled with dollar signs, but his desk is empty and no one even seems to care. He's a master of the money game, and when kids get shot he passes blame and strategizes for his next campaign. Oh, he never had a chance. We never had a chance. We never had a chance. Never had a chance. And these vicious cycles got me lost and turned around. And these downward spirals keep on plummeting down. And these slippery slopes don't seem to level out, digging ourselves holes 6 feet underground. Yeah, these vicious cycles got me lost and turned around. And these downward spirals keep on plummeting down, 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 down. These slippery slopes don't seem to level out, digging ourselves holes 6 feet underground. All right. Chamomile tea tonight. That's the drink. That's what we're drinking on. I let it cool a little this time. Oh. One of the things that this experience has been really cool for me, a lot early on when we had the interviews, I was just learning so much, and it's so amazing. Some of the things that my guests would say were just so made me think, like, way after the interview, and, like, the whole next week and stuff. And they're just most of them are just regular old people, and I just thought that was so cool. And especially when I started reaching out to people I didn't know so well and getting to know them better, that was a really cool experience. And I think it was helpful for me personally to really try and not be afraid to do things like that. And there's all kinds of other benefits. It's amazing, just talking to a mic in your basement into a camera. The whole all February that I was working on my solo set, trying to learn piano again. Even just talking to a camera or an audience, it's all things that I think have that have really improved from doing the show. And I think that's I'm glad that all of you are there out there to watch this and keep it going, because it has been so valuable to me. So thank you, kind viewers. I'm gonna play a song now and do some of the finger picking type stuff I've been working on this year. Still working on it, still a work in progress. But I think it helps kind of mix things up a little bit rather than straight strumming. So we're not playing too many slow songs tomorrow. It's supposed to be a little rowdy. But so I thought I'd play it tonight. This is called Walnut Trees. Is the sound okay? Do we know? Has anybody said anything? Yeah, I just didn't know if the balance is good. We can adjust it here. But if it was good, I just messed it up. So there you go. I had a dream of fields that stretched into eternity. A little house that sat beneath bleak sullen skies. You sat on the covered front porch in a rocking chair, saw the tears welling in your eyes, and the walnut trees grew, but they were not plentiful, and the money was in the wood and not the fruit. It said something about making it through the winter, as I tear the walnut trees up root by root, all up root by root. And harvest season came, as it did every year. Colored tents and joyous music filled the air. I turned my back so I may toil in my field. I know the music can never reach me there. And the walnut trees grew, they were not plentiful, and the money was in the wood and not the fruit. You said something about faith and our salvation, as I tear the walnut trees up root by root, all up root by root. All up root by root. Too much concentration on that part, but we're getting there. All right. So this next song I'm gonna play, is one that I'm trying to rewrite a line for it. There's just this line in there that I don't really like, and so we're not playing it tomorrow. And this is usually one of our mainstays until I rewrite the line. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play it, and maybe you won't notice. This song is called Pontoon Bridge. My story begins in the scorching summer of 1862. Lincoln hoped for God, but he knew that he needed Kentucky too. But the ferries proved too slow, get the Union soldiers across the mighty Ohio. So they hatched themselves a plan, and they built me a floating bridge on barges. And I wobble back and forth, but I always sustain the steady Union marches. But civilians were turned away, for my only purpose was to send soldiers to die far away. And I say, please, please, oh, don't let me be just a means to an end. I say, please, story. Serve more than the wars you're warring. Please, please, oh, don't chop me up down the river. Keep me in your heart forever. Well, I'd split in two for you until the mighty steamships paddle through. Tie me up and then I can serve my purpose once again. And the soldiers fought and died, and the autumn came and went, and so did my time. And I say please, please, oh, don't let me be just a means to an end. I say please, please, oh, let me be more than a soldier's story. Serve more than the wars you're warring. Please, please, oh, don't chop me up and cut my tethers. Keep me in your heart forever. And then 2 years later, Roebling made this man, and I was chopped apart and sold to the lumberman. But that new suspension bridge, no, it ain't never seen no war. And other things I'd seen and been, never thought that I could be something more. But me, well, I've always been just a means to an end. I said please, please, oh, let me be more than a soldier's story. Serve more than the wars you're warring. Please, please, oh, don't chop me up and cut my tethers. Keep me in your heart forever. Don't chop me up and cut my tethers. Keep me in your heart forever. Tommy says, bold prediction. Brian's going to play Putting It On later in the show. I wanted to, but I was like, no, we play this song all the time on the show. That is the next album. We're going to play another song from that album, but yeah. Did Brian mention the line he wanted to rewrite in the song? No, that's the point. Did I slip it by? I messed it up the first time it came around because it's hard to change. But anyway. You have to do a little sleuthing. See who the real fans are now. You know, I am obsessed. One of the things that I keep... Oh, boy. Remember how I said I was getting better at talking to the camera? One of the things that I find is a perpetual problem in my life, psychologically, is the idea of permanence. I want everything to last as long as it possibly can in its current state. I don't leave my laptops plugged in so they don't, overheat. I save my envelopes to write my set lists on them. I maintain all of this old junk around my house because I don't want things to change. Or not even, not because change is bad, but change is, it's something to do. And static is easier. And so I have to constantly tell myself that, hey, even ancient peoples had garbage dumps. Like, that's one of the things when you go and you dig up an archaeological site, you almost always find a garbage dump It's just a fact of life. Things wear out. Things go away. That's hard though. That's hard. That's scary. I don't like that. But you know, and then I look at a song like this one I'm gonna play, and I'm like, well, I don't know who wrote that, but not the person that's obsessed with permanence, because this is a song about the temporary nature of things and how that's good. How keeping that in mind, the temporary nature of all things, can be very, very helpful. So I'm trying really hard to not worry about my house falling down the hill from erosion, or, you know, I'm trying. There's so many things. I've been trying to collect examples, but now I can't remember any. Kim says the van falling apart. That I knew was going to happen, though, but that's a fun thing. We're fixing the van this weekend, maybe, everybody. Big news. It's too late for the gig, unfortunately, but anyway. So we're not going to play Putting It On. We're playing another song from the album, Why Can't I Find My Way? This is called Passing Through. Well, I'll pay cash, 'cause just a couple of beers will do. They said you just got here, or you're leaving so soon. I'll drink 'em nice and slow, but then I'll hit the road, 'cause I don't have long, I'm just passing through. Go to work and what they ask of me I do. They say sacrifice, burn the midnight oil too. I'm just trying to get some pay, not sell my life away, 'cause I don't have long, I'm just passing through. I see people running over others for a footnote, going all in, and people just going alone. But the rich man and the con man and the tyrant, they're all just hanging on. 'Cause if there's just one thing that I'm certain that is true, as they cling white-knuckled upon their pedestals, that the same worms in the ground eat us all up 6 feet down, and we don't have long, we're just passing through. No, we don't have long, we're just passing through. Alex says we should do some basement stats and find out most played songs. I wanted to do something like that. I wanted to find, because there's like little gems in every one of the interviews, and I wanted to like dig them out. But that's just so much time to watch me, straight in a row. But early on, I had a list of the songs that I'd played because I didn't want to repeat any songs. I mean, I have a lot of songs, I think, but that I didn't. Well, that was for the anticipation of 3 months, So, and another thing, he says, go wild with the spreadsheets, make it a party. Early on, another thing I was doing, and I just got lazy. I kind of stopped doing it. I would put something funny on the table every week. That was just like some random shit. I miss doing that, but I kind of, believe it or not, ran out of random shit. I've acquired more random shit lately, though, so I actually might start that up again. But yeah, I was hoping that people would be like, oh, it's the Darbuka episode, or whatever. Great. I'm gonna play 2 more songs. Oh boy, I told y'all we're doing a short show, and here we are. Sorry. Thank you, but sorry. I think that this song is I mean, this is the quintessential COVID song. Well, it's not a COVID song. It's not really about that. It sounds like it is, but I don't really think of it like that. But I will remember. God, this is such a stupid thing I'm saying. But I'll remember it from the. I remember the time that I wrote it. Just because of some of the lines in there. One of the lines in the song is, "There's 100,000 people coughing to death," and this was right before we crested 100,000. So that was probably late spring or early summer, maybe. And I just remember thinking like that. This is so crazy, 100,000. And what is it now? Like it's like over 500, 600. You know, like people don't even report it anymore. It's crazy. So I mean, that line alone, I'll always think of. Just thinking how incredible that was, and how now inaccurate it is in such a short span of time. But yeah, we're not going to play this one because it's about 6 minutes long and it has no chorus. So, but I think it's one of my favorite songs I've ever written. So, I hope you like it too. This is called "The Basement." Come speak to me a while in the basement. Come creeping down the creaky wooden stairs. Let your eyes adjust to the newfound dimness. Fill your lungs with the cool and musty air. And it's comforting at first, quiet and the dark. But my presence is unnerving and strange. You never plan to stay long, but I cannot let you leave. Don't go upstairs, stay down here with me. This is the dominion of your childhood imagination, where you and your siblings used to romp and play. Down here you don't have to worry about breaking things, 'cause everything is broken in some way. And I remind you that I didn't always sit here. My throne was just the old couches from upstairs. And you find that you're forgetting the times before we'd meet. Don't go upstairs, stay down here with me. Got that old TV and the old video games. You can read the books on the shelf you've already read. Get a few AM stations down here clearly, but it's better than listening to the voices in your head. And distraction turns to mindless consumption. I've got a skipping record we can listen to for hours. Embrace the numbing feeling, I think it's just the thing you need. Don't go upstairs, stay down here with me. Up there, they've got murders with broken badges. You got their accomplices beating the shit out of peaceful folk. 100,000 people coughing to death, while keyboard jockeys claim that it's a hoax. And I whisper the words of cruel and thoughtless people. We can board up the windows and let a little light in, and you'll argue for compassion. I'll convince you of defeat. Don't go upstairs, stay down here with me. We'll contemplate the morality of fences. We'll compare ourselves to broken old machines. Sip the beers that leave us worse off than they used to, and pontificate on what it all means. And you shout you find our conversation tiring, and you stumble to the stairs, an empty shell. You're a little more broken after every time we meet. Don't go upstairs, stay down here with me. Jake says, if you ever want an edited Brian's Basement highlights, I know a gal. Yeah, Jen out there, great video editor and streamer in her own right. Yeah, check that out. Well, I've got one more song to play for you all. Thank you for celebrating this year anniversary of Brian's Basement with me. And many of you have been there, the entire time, and I really appreciate that. Or if you haven't, if you've just come even one time, that is such an amazing thing. That's surprising and amazing, and I'm super happy. I wouldn't be doing this if there weren't 6 of you out there watching. I love the 6 of you, so I'm gonna keep doing this. But on that note, Alex asked earlier in the episode, what is the future of Brian's Basement? Obviously, once things start opening up, probably not going to do this. I'll probably be out and about in the world, not in my basement. I love it down here, but I'll be out and about in the world once that happens. But we're not going to stop. Brian's Basement will not go away. We are going to evolve it. So we're going to do one more 13-week season. We're going to do season 5, a full season 5. That will end mid-July. I think I saw today that they expect that they'll have enough vaccines for adults by May, or the end of May maybe. I think it's 2 months for everybody to get vaccinated. So that should take us to mid-July of this year. We'll do all the shenanigans we like to do. Do a song story, do some bass songs. Maybe I'll try to get some of our guests back that have been on the show as the 5th season. After that, and I just came up with this idea right before the show, so there's a lot of fleshing out to do. But one of my music friends, was doing this thing at his house where he would basically have house shows, and he would invite some of his he's like a professional, and so he knows like a lot of like working musicians that are like also professionals, and he would have them come over to the house, and he invited people, about 20, 30 people, Kim, something like that. Yeah, about 20, 30 people, and then everyone would just pitch in and play almost like if you're familiar with Tiny Desk concerts. It was that vibe. It was super cool. It's one of the coolest things. So we're going to do something like that. We're going to do Brian's Basement with a live studio audience. And so the idea is that we'll have a friend of mine come over. We'll do the interview like we do, and we'll play songs and we'll chat. But with real people out in the crowd. We can do it on my driveway. If it rains, we can do it under the carport. We can pack we've had 20 people down here before, so it wouldn't be out of the ordinary. But But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be really, really fun. I'm really excited for it. We're gonna have kegs of beer, homebrew kegs of beer. We're gonna have a potluck. Everyone's gonna bring a crock pot and their beer glass, and we're just gonna talk to interesting people that you've heard all year, and just hang out and have a good time. So, and we'll still are going to live stream it. That's the other thing too. So even though this will be a live event, we're still going to record it and live stream it for anyone watching from afar and for archival purposes, because that's one of the things that another thing that I've thought was so cool about doing this is some of these people's stories. We now have them. So I think that's really cool. So let me know what you think about that. Would you come to something like that? Would you drink some of me and Tom's homebrews? So that's the plan. So we'll get some of the guests back there. Great. All right. I'm going to play one more song for you. Again, thank you everybody for watching all year. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I probably would do it without anyone watching, but it would be it'd be more sad than it is right now. This is a pretty sad state of affairs, but I just come down here, put on my smile hat, my Crocs, just like anybody else. All right. So The Banksman is on my latest CD. I'm probably gonna burn some CDs tonight. How cool is that? But my next album, I'm starting to put together the list of songs that are going to be on it and kind of planning it out. And this is one that we just came up with last week. This is an encore of last week. This is Perseverance. Whoa, we need the tune. Yeah, I like this. I keep singing this song in my head, and I think that's got to be worth something. I mean, there's so many ridiculous things going in my head at any given time, so if something sticks, that's gotta mean something. Rover Perseverance traveled a small distance on a planet so far, far away, collecting rock samples to see if there is ample evidence that life can be sustained. And down there on the surface, single task and single purpose, 6 wheels and a 5-jointed arm, roving the plains of red, not a concern in its head, silent, sterile, safe from any harm. But I wonder if 2 years later it'll be lonely in its crater, 'cause I think that machines are made up like their makers, a remnant of Genesis, and dust to dust and ashes to ashes. How fitting our creation searches for life in the dust, like all of us. And down on our blue marble, everything's distorted and garbled from the noise emitting from everything we make. And we're stuck here in our places like pods in deep sleep stasis, dreaming of perseverance wake. And I wonder if 2 years later it'll be lonely in its crater, 'cause I think that machines are made up like their makers, remnants of Genesis, dust to dust and ashes to ashes. How fitting our creation searches for life in the dust, like all of us. Rover Perseverance traveled a small distance on a planet so far, far away, collecting rock samples to see if there is ample evidence that life can be sustained. Alex says, will the series be called Kim's Driveway? Maybe. And Chris says, I love this idea about Miss Brian's Basement. It'll still be called Brian's Basement. So we'll still be called Brian's Basement. We just won't be doing it weekly. But maybe we will. I don't know. But we just plan on not for now. And but we still got a whole another season. We have until mid-July. That's a long-ass time. Trust me. So, as always, thanks everybody out there who's watched, again, over the past year. 1 time, 50 times, whatever. I really appreciate it. And as always, we still got to do it. We still got to be safe out there. Do something nice for ourselves. And do something nice for somebody else. And if you do, come back and tell me about it here on Brian's Basement. Okay, bye!